Hello, my name's Casey, and I'm a little nervous about this one.
I am exhausted. I am so tired. You can see the moisture in the air here. It's the paddle end sliding out.
So, good morning. We're about to take this kayak on a 60-mile overnight trip, and this is going to be my longest overnight trip to date. So if you're watching this, I survived, which is good, but I have no idea how this is going to go, and I'm actually a little nervous about it. So let's hop in the kayak. The sun's just now coming up, getting a little bit of light, and let's see what we can do today.
It is right now 7 o'clock exactly.
So let's see how long it takes to get to Anclote Key. I'm guessing it's going to take all of 10 hours, which puts us there around 5, which isn't too bad. It's still light outside, enough time to set up camp, get some dinner, and then tomorrow is going to be the real test. Can we make it back in time? We have a north wind today and tomorrow, so I'm going to have a little assistance getting to Anclote Key today, but tomorrow is going to be all headwind. Oh man.
All right, as we're coming out of the little channel, it's really foggy out here. So I have my headlamp on, but all I got to do is cut across the channel. I'm going to be in the shallows where none of these power boats are going to be. Yeah, so going into the wind, I can maintain about 3.5, which is pretty impressive right now. And I'm about to turn south. I got to round another point up here, but once I round that point, I should be able to catch this wind. Right now it's just kind of hitting the sail, luffing it, slowing us down actually just a hair. But all right, so I've been paddling for 2 hours and 10 minutes, and we just hit 8 miles on the GPS. So we're averaging about 3.8. A pretty good average. I'm okay with that. All right, well, not much is happening, but we're cruising at 4.5, pretty steady. We got the winds just at our quartering beam, rear quarter, and the waves as well. So, I mean, we're getting pushed along pretty nicely. Very comfortable, very easy. Just trying to make sure that I stay in a straight line. Focus on the compass here. So all right, well, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to turn this back on until this fog breaks, because this scenery is pretty bland. So see you in a bit.
All right, I said I was going to wait until the fog broke, but I just want to give you a 360 view here of what I'm seeing. There is no land anywhere. We're a couple miles from shore, but yeah, I can't see anything, and I'm steering by compass and really just watching the waves. I want to be quartering just off the waves a little bit, and that's holding my course. But yeah, there's no points of reference at all. You're just out here. So what's also crazy too is, let's see if you can see this, the water is only about 1.5 to 2 foot deep. So I could hop out and stand right here if I wanted to, which is crazy being miles from shore. But just a big sandbar right here. All right, well, back to it. Well, I've really done it now. I've gotten myself into about 3 or 4 inches of water and just walking the boat out to deeper water. Hopefully I find it soon. Once I get in deeper water, I will hop back in and start paddling. Fun trip. All right, so I'm getting wore out. I need to take a little break. So I have these, which are tailwinds. It's 200 calories and some energy and all my electrolytes and all that good stuff. Some frog fuel for protein, and there's some caffeine in there too, and peanut butter and honey sandwich. So I'm just gonna load up. It's early. I wasn't gonna break this soon, but I'm just hoping this fog's gonna go away at some point. So I figured now's a good time to load up on calories and then let this burn out, and then hopefully be able to see where I'm going. So, all right.
Let's go over there, see how close we can get to this dolphin. It is shallow, holy cow. Oh, it's 3 dolphins. He's got energy. Getting out of there. I think this one that's just to the left is mama. I think there's a baby with it. Well, when they want to go, they can go. That's pretty neat. All right, so it's 10 o'clock and it is still insanely foggy. And there is no shore. Shore's this direction. I'm about a mile and a half from shore. Still can't see anything. Coming across another sandbar in these flats. And I think now is a good time. My battery on my GPS is low. I don't know if you can catch that. But thinking about now's a good time to hop out, take a little break. Catching the wind. Hop out, take a little break, swap batteries, and then get going again. Better than getting out, I thought I would try and do it from inside the kayak, because I'll probably have to do that while I'm on the Everglades Challenge. So I just took my cover off, got my light out, and I have the camera just balancing on top of the kayak. This is funny. Hopefully that doesn't mess up. So. All right, that was pretty easy. I am going to put in these really good batteries, the lithium-ion ultimate lithiums. All right, now we got some juice. So supposedly these batteries are supposed to last for a really long time, so we'll see. I might just get everything back in here. And I had the sail up, so I'm still moving at about a mile an hour. Let me do this. 2 miles an hour. So I'm still going the direction I want to be going at 2 miles an hour, which is awesome. I mean, this is a pretty good deal. And I haven't touched the paddle in quite some time. Yeah, can you see on there? I don't know if I can. I can't really tell from my screen, but yeah, maintaining 2 miles an hour. So I'll take that. And if I can just sit here and go 2 miles an hour all day long, I mean, that's 50 miles in a day without doing anything. All right, so yeah, the point of this whole deal is to find out what's working and what's not. And one thing that's not working is I have my compass running, my digital compass here, and so I know my heading, but I'm running through these shallows and shore is nowhere to be seen or heard. Shore is way, way off. And my fingers are wet, so I can't use my phone to check navionics. I need a way to be able to turn navionics on. So right now I just have my compass. I know the direction I need to go, and that's what I'm doing. I'm heading that direction, just over the flats. All right, back to paddling. All right, so there's land here. It's coming up on 11 o'clock, and that's the first land sighting in over an hour. I guess it means I've been holding a pretty good point because I'm just missing the shore right there. So I still got 15 miles, so I'm about halfway to Anclote Key. So not much else to report. Still foggy, can't see nothing. Well, it's noon. So reporting live, well, recorded live from the Gulf of Mexico, or the Gulf of America. Oh man, I don't even know where I'm at. But it's noon and there's still just fog everywhere. So we got 11 miles to go. All right, so here's Anclote Key. There's some stilt houses out here. Coming on the lee shore of the island here. Alright, so I got out of the kayak and had some water, some beef jerky, and another one of the protein gels. Getting back in the kayak, I just realized the unfortunate realization that I am tired. This isn't good. But, the sun is starting to break through. Check this out. Barely. but it's starting to break through. You can see shore over here, and you can see the houses looking back. So that's good. I think with the sun coming up, that might give me like rejuvenation. So we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. But right now, 10 miles to Anclote Key. Let's get to it. My eyes are playing tricks on me. So directly in front of us, slightly to the right of the mast, is something. I thought it was Anclote Key for a long time because Anclote Key is 8 miles away. So I was like, ah, that's got to be Anclote Key because it's in that direction. But as I'm getting closer, it looks like it's a structure that's floating. I'm pretty curious to see what this thing is. I mean, it's right in our path to Anclote Key, so we'll get to it. Okay, whatever that is definitely like teal and white. Almost like it's a boat that's upside down. Huh. My curiosity grows. Yeah, this thing is like a sunken party barge. It's upside down. Must have got flipped in the hurricane, but it's resting on the bottom. So it's not like floating around. It's pretty established where it is. Some debris around it. That's a big boat. Wow. That's probably 40 foot long. Oh, there's debris underneath me already. Holy smokes. This was like a catamaran sailboat. Coming around the bow of it here. Oh wow, that is a big boat. Yeah, there's debris all over under the water. Oh, it almost flipped over. Wow, that's crazy. That's a big boat. All right, we still got 7.8 miles to go, so keep on trucking. So the fog has come back with a vengeance. We still have 4.5 miles to go, and yeah, it's just getting worse. So, and the sea state's starting to pick up a little bit. So it's getting exciting. That doesn't make for good video, but it's been good practice today. I've had quite the challenge keeping my compass heading and navigating the shallow waters. So I'll have to work on that a little bit. But everything else is going pretty good. Forearms are a little sore, shoulders are a little sore, as to be expected. But just press on for this next hour and then get on Anclote Key. All right, one more thing to note is that the waves aren't really that bad. They're about a foot now, but my foot pegs are too far forward. I can tell. My legs are comfortable when the sea state's comfortable, but when it gets rolly like it is now, I really need them back just about 2 or 3 inches, just so I can get my knees up into the knee pads a little easier. And not being able to see shore is a mental strain. So like, if I could just see the things, I'd feel so much better. Because I'm 3.5 miles away, but it just feels like it's endless. You know, I don't know if you can see that off in the distance. Oh, it's fishermen. There's fishermen on a boat over here, and I thought it was like a castle, the way the people were standing up on it. Can't tell what it was. That's funny. I thought I was seeing things. There's a good surf. Oh boy, stay together. All right. Oh man, I just want to be on land. I almost want to be able to see land. It makes me feel really good. All right, I'm gonna sign off. I got focus. A huge boat coming. I'm trying to turn around and get out. I don't know where he's going. I just dropped sail. Holy smokes. There's this boat that's anchored. I'm gonna try and get behind it. Oh man. Holy shit, that guy would kill me. Yeah, that guy's just moving water. Look at this. Holy smokes, his wake is crazy. I feel like the seas are already rough, and that guy's big wake with it. At least they're big fat rollers. That's good. Alright, let's see if we can get over to the island. I am exhausted. I am so tired. I'm getting muscle spasms all over my body. My back, my shoulders, my legs. Just need to get over here behind the island. I'll get some protection. This has been a very rough last couple miles. Alright, well, Mother Nature liked to kill me back there. I've kind of missed the island and I've tucked back into it. So once I turn here, I can see the wind. It's going to pick up again. But now I'm just going to follow the island back up to the north end. Up here, it's a little ways actually to that beach that I can camp on. So, but at least I'm safe now. So sore. I cannot wait to get out of this kayak. Alright, so I'm in the little cove at the north end of the island. I'm going to get out here, stretch my legs and arms, get something to eat. Still debating on going to Durney Island or Durney Key. It depends. I want to see how the Gulf is looking over here. I check Windy, and the Windy app says that the winds are 7 miles an hour and the seas are 0, but as you saw, I was getting my butt kicked out there in the winds and the waves. It looks like a relatively popular spot. We got some kayak marks right here where someone parked their kayaks, and this is covered in footprints. Oh yeah, the waves are pretty small over here, so I can push on. I think it was just like an influx of wind came in and it stirred the seas up. So I think everything's back to normal now. I can definitely kayak that. It's just so foggy and gross. Really thought it was going to burn off, but apparently not. All right, so my triceps are unbelievably sore. I just checked the GPS and it says to get to Durney is 8 miles from here. So when I came in and circled around, I had something marked wrong when I thought it was 10 miles to here. So it's 8 miles to Durney. I think I'm gonna eat and then press on so I can get there in 2 hours. So if I leave here by 5, it gets us there right at dark. And then if we have to night kayak, that's fine too. But I just hope the winds kind of die down just a little bit. Alright, so we're gonna eat some chicken and dumplings because it has 36 grams of protein. It was my highest protein meal. But I feel like that's what I need right now. It's a lot of protein. And then about an hour of stretching before I press on any further. I just noticed this issue. That's the paddle end sliding out. I tried to put it back in, but it's not budging. It doesn't wiggle. Like, it feels really tight in there. I just don't know how much more is here. I don't know if it's like right there and ready to come out or if it's deeper, but I can't move it. But I think I'm going to go ahead and break it down and switch to my other paddle, which is probably good because that's a little easier to stroke anyway. So It'll be easier on my triceps. So, but look how clear it is. And them all it's jumping. Yeah, the water's flat and the winds have calmed down. So I'm gonna eat, switch paddles, and then get out of here. We're gonna go to Anclote Key. All right, so it's been about a half hour since you've seen this exact same scenery, and I can already barely see shore over there. So the question is, do I push or do I wait until tomorrow? This indecision's got me. I think what I'll do is I'll paddle out and circle around to the north end of the island where like the legal camping area is, and just decide at that point. All right, so it's still kind of windy out here, not bad, but I did check weather and the winds are supposed to die down like a lot in the next couple hours. So I think what I'm going to do is pull up to the beach area over here and set up camp and camp for a couple hours, and then put the lights on the kayak and then head out when it's calm. I think that's the best move. All right, this looks like as good a place as any. There's a sea turtle that didn't make it. Sad. Well, I'm gonna have to check and see when high tide is. This looks like it might be dry, but I'm not 100% sure if it will be. That water definitely comes up to here. So, but yeah, once this calms down, then I'll leave. But as of right now, I'm not gonna mess with it. So I'm just gonna use the bivy bag here. It's not gonna rain, and I'm not gonna sleep for very long, and I'm not too worried about bugs or critters. So with the temperature being in the 60s, I'm just going to change into my camp clothes, climb in there, sleep until I wake up, which hopefully is in just a couple hours, and then be able to press on. But on the kayak, it's sitting up here and the tide is going out, so I don't have to worry about that. And I got the nav lights in the little bags clipped on, so they'll be waterproof. But really, I'm just going to leave everything the way it is. I'll tie off the bow just in case something weird happens. But as far as that goes, it's 5 o'clock. I'm not going to watch the sunset. I know normally I do, but I just want to get some shut-eye and then start pressing again. Well, as you can see, I'm in my tent. It's had a real rough few hours here dealing with the situation. So my body's still sore, but it's not bad. Like, I feel like I can still press on. But the problem is that the fog has rolled in just insanely thick. I can't see, like, looking out into the water, its visibility is like 100 feet. Like, it's so thick. And I just don't feel like I can mentally get back in the kayak and stare at a compass, you know, for another 10 hours. Like, it's really a struggle mentally. And everything was just getting really wet, and I don't know, after yesterday paddling, and when the waves picked up, when the wind picked up, and then that big boat came out of nowhere, and like, I'm just thinking about all that. And the winds are supposed to be calm for the next several hours, but around noon they're supposed to pick up again. And what I don't want to have happen is be out in that fog, being 10-15 miles from home, and the wind pick up and the waves pick up, and this time it's a headwind and I'm going to be going into the waves, and just I can't do it. So I mean, I could do it, I don't want to do it. How's that? So this whole thing was a test to see my mental fortitude to press on after a hard day, to do another hard day. But right now, today I just don't have it. You know, on the Everglades Challenge, I think it's going to be a little bit different as I'm driving down the coast. I'm not turning and going back into it.
but we'll see. I really took a blow to my confidence on this one. I'm gonna go back to sleep. I'm gonna sleep until about 6:30, get up, pack everything up, and leave when the sun comes up. And I'm gonna press down to Anclote Key and then call my dad and have him pick me up at I think it's Brasher Park. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. The fog is supposed to be thick all day tomorrow too, so I don't know. It's just that's where we're at. So I'm going back to bed, defeated, but that's how it goes sometimes, you know. I did have a lot of accomplishments. I did paddle 30 miles today in various weather. I stared at a compass for 10 hours, tracking I think it was 10 hours, tracking my distance. So, I mean, yeah, I do feel good about the experience. I just wish that if it was clear, I would definitely hop in my kayak and start paddling. But I don't want to be in that fog again, staring at a compass and just paddling. That's it. No scenery. So, yeah, I'm going back to bed. I will see you all in the morning. I figured I would just show you, but you can see the moisture in the air here. It's just we're in a cloud. I can almost see to the shore, which is about 25 feet away. So that's pretty much it. Well, good morning. It is about 6:30, 6:45, and it is pretty foggy. Oh yeah, so this is what we got to work with. You can see about, I don't know, I can see that tree that's right there, so. Whew, it's cold. Can you see me? All right, yeah, I need to definitely put on some layers here. It is chilly this morning. All right, so I'm heating up my water for my coffee. Just want to get a little windbreak there. And I put a windbreaker on, living in the 80s. Pelican flying over. It looks like there's clear sky up there. You can see a contrail from an airplane up there. So maybe this fog will break and help us out a little bit. But I still think I'm going to go to Anclote Key and then cut over to Brasher and hop out there. All right, well, it's 8:15. The kayak is ready to roll. And we got 8 miles to Brasher, just over 8 miles. And you can kind of see the little tiki hut right there. How foggy it is. That's not too far away. It's probably 100 yards away. You can barely see it. So that's our visibility. Let's just get across. The wind's actually starting to pick up already, so I really want to get moving. Let's see what we can do in the next couple hours. All right, well, we're loaded up. GPS says 8.1. So I think I'll probably average somewhere around 3, just kind of going into the wind and the waves. So we're looking at almost 3 hours, just under 2.5. So I'll watch out for these boats. So it looks like I just got out of the shipping channel there. Big boat right here coming through. But all right, I got paddle. I can get out of his way some more. So we are halfway between Anclote Key and Brasher Park, Anclote Key area. And I feel pretty good. The wind's really died out, but it's still just paddle by compass. And I went over a school of large fish or sharks. I couldn't tell, but they were probably 3 to 4 foot long, and just like a group of them just went underneath me. It was pretty crazy. But not dolphins for sure, because they're too long and skinny. But there were sharks, or I don't know, big stripers, or I don't know. I don't know what fish get that big. Tarpon come up this way. But yeah, so this is it. Just paddling through this. Nothing to see. Alright, but I'm going to take a little break, get something to drink, something to eat, and then finish up. Alright, well, this is probably a pretty good spot to end this video.
I can see right there is Weeki Key, if you can see through the fog there. You can see some of the mullet houses, and then Brasher Park over here. So I also do want to say that although I do these solo trips, there's no way I could do them without the support of friends and family, and especially my dad for coming to rescue me from here. That way I don't have to do the 20 miles back up to Bayport. So thanks to Dad for coming to get me. So anyway, that's it. I got nothing else to share. It is still foggy. 2 full days of staring at the GPS and the compass on there and making sure that I'm pointed in the right direction. So I'm glad that's over. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully the next video will have some color to it, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Ain't this funny? Fog's rolling offshore. Well. Until next time.